Hey people, welcome back to a new tutorial. If you are a beginner, you are in the right place. For this video is step-by-step guide on how to cut this cam collar or notch collar crop top. So if this is what you would like to learn, let's jump into the video. So uh, the first thing I did is I folded my fabric here. This fabric is I have less than it's not 1.5 yards. So the crop top, the length is the first thing I measure here. So the length of my crop top is about 19 inches. 18 inches. I added 1 inch for my sewing allowance. So the line I draw is my starting point. That's the starting point, the guideline. So from my starting point, I will measure my chest line. This is your normal basic body. So go ahead and draw your normal basic body. I want to believe you know how to draw your basic body. If you're a beginner, if you don't know, this video is for you. So from the starting point, I take my chest line. From there, on the neckline, I measure my neck width of 3 inches and neck depth of 1 inch for the back. Then on the armhole, I'm just trying to finish up the armhole here. So you can use your free hand to do this, guys. So because this is I'm putting the back part first, so I'm not going to go in by half an inch. So I'll just draw my normal back armhole first. Then I measure my first circumference divided by 4 plus my allowance. So the crop top, I don't want it to be fitted, so I'm just going to be taking it down like or minus like 1.5 inch from my waistline. So that is it for my back pattern. So this is my front and back block, and for the front block of this crop top, I left like 2.5 inches allowance for my lapel. So this 2.5 inches is going to be for my lapel. I think it's about 2 inches. So I'll repeat the same thing I did for the back, my 3 inches for the width, and I said 1 inch for the depth or 1.5 inch for the depth. So for the front, I'm going to be doing the depth of 4 inches. So I'll connect it like this and I'll cut it out. So I'll mark that same width because the front and the back are going to be having the same neck width. So the depth might be different. So I'll go ahead and cut this out. So I am done cutting the neck depth and the neck width. So what I will do is I will locate my breaking point. So where I want my button to come in, that will be where the breaking point will start from. So I want mine to be on my, let's say my nipple point, yes. Or sorry, I want it on my underbust. So for this, I am working with underbust of 13 inches. That is where I mark it. On that point, I will measure my 1 inch for my button allowance. So this will serve as my button allowance because I want it to have a button. So from here, that point I'm pointing at is where the 2 inches for my notch collar will be. So remember I measured 2 inches, so I'll cut it like this. Just watch what I'm doing, guys. Just the way I am doing in this video. That's how you do it. So from my button allowance, I'll curve it, slant it. I'll slant my hand towards the upper part, and I will notch that part where the notch collar will start from. So that's where my lapel will be. So open it up like so, and I'll show you what it's going to be looking like. So this is what I'm going to be achieving now. This is what it's going to look like at the end of the day. So I'll keep this aside and I'll cut my sleeve. So this is your normal basic sleeve. It's just a 3/4 sleeve. So I have a detailed tutorial on how to cut your basic sleeve. If that is what you would love to learn, check my video out on how to make a basic sleeve. Yes. So I'll cut out my sleeve without wasting your time. So guys, if you have watched up to this point, please don't forget to subscribe, hit on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. So I am going to be cutting out the lining. So this is the lining for the front part. So this is the lining for the front part. For your lining, you can decide to use full lining. Or you can just cut it off. You just make sure the lining, whatever you are using, the facing is a little bit uh, longer than the neck part. Make sure it's more than the neck part so that it will not be coming out and it will cover well. So guys, this structure, I'm also cutting out the lining for the back and I have done cutting it out. So what I will do is I will join my fabric to fabric and my lining to lining. Fabric to fabric, lining to lining. So this is what I have done. I will go and sew the shoulder on my machine. So when I'm done doing this, before I will sew, I would like to add interfacing to the lining part just to give it a little structure, to give it this firmness. So here I am adding my interfacing for the lining for the two sides of the front part. And this is it, guys. So remember I said I'm going to be joining the shoulder of the line also. So the lining, the interfacing, I'm going to join the shoulder as well. So I am done joining my shoulder. This is the main body. So I will now bring my lining part that I have joined like this. So here is what I have here. Guys, pay attention to what I am doing here. So what you want to do now is at this front part, this is my lapel part. Remember I notched 2 inches for my lapel or 2.5 inches. So what you would do is to measure 2.5 inches inward like so to where I notch. Then you will sew it. Watch the way I'll just watch what I'll be showing you. If you don't understand what I'm saying, just watch what I'm doing. Trust me, you're going to get it. So you will then move it, you will sew from that point like this all the way down. And you will repeat the same thing for the other side. On the part where I notch, or you just measure whatever you left for your lapel allowance, 2 or 2.5 inches, and sew it all the way down. So I'll take it to my machine and I'll sew this. I am done sewing it down, and this is what it looks like after sewing down. All I will do is to notch it. I am going to notch this. So I'll notch it and I'll turn it for you to see. So I'll also notch the other part and turn it out. So, so at this point you might just want to give it a good press. So remember the middle part is still open. So you at this point measure what you have around like so. Measure it all around. So another way you can do this is to fold it into two and measure it. So whichever way that works for you, just make sure you measure it well, and then I'll then go you then go and cut your collar for the back. So let me measure it very well so you see. Just place your tape like this, take your time, go over it like this gently, and whatever you have, that is what you will cut to complete the collar for the neck part. So this is what I have left on my fabric. I'll fold it like this. Watch the way I'll be folding it, and I'll fold it like this in a bias form. So this will help my collar to relax. So I'm just going to be repeating what I've said. I fold it into two, then I'll fold it just as if I am folding my flare, the way you fold your flare. So this is what it looks like. Make sure it's well laid, and at this opening part, sorry, at this edge, I am going to measure the length. I measure, sorry, the length I just measure from the neck part round. That's where I will include it. And at this other part, which is the height of my collar, I'll measure 4 inches. Then at this end here, I measure 3 inches because I don't want it to be totally straight. I want it a little bit curved so it will relax well. So I'll then go ahead and cut this out. See the way it's curved, it's not straight. So I am done cutting it out, and this is what it looks like. You might want to add your interfacing to this at this point. You can ignore if you don't want. So here I just iron my interfacing, trim out the excess, and so I will sew the two sides. Let me turn it. I'm going to be sewing this two sides down like this. I'll take it to my sewing machine and sew it, then turn it out. So I'm going to be notching the center part here. I'll notch that center part. So to fix this to my collar now, I'll notch the center part of my top and also the collar I'm attaching to it. So there are two ways you can do this. It's either you join the three of them together and sew it at once, or you first of all sew to your main body first, then you use the lining to sew it down. Just use the lining to cover up the rough edges, to turn it to cover for the rough edges. So this is what I made. Here I'm trying to join the three together, so I will sew them, or better still, just sew it, that's the way I said earlier, sew it to the main body first. Sew it like this all the way to the other side. Repeat the same thing to this side. Then you will now use your lining to turn it and cover the rough edges. So I am done sewing it to my body, and at this point I will use the interfacing for the back to cover it up and turn it to cover up with my rough edges. So I'll take this to my sewing machine and finish it up, then I'll show you what I have here. So I am done sewing this, and I will notch it. I'll just notch, and this is what it looks like. So this is the other side. It came out really nice. This is so beautiful. So I'm liking it already. I love my crop top. So at this point, you might want to iron it if you want before you finish it up. So another thing I want to do is to put my hemming gum to sew the interfacing. Sorry, so to iron the interfacing down so it will not be flipping out when I wear my jacket. So guys, my crop top is given and I'm loving it already. So the next thing I'll do is to attach my sleeve. So I have sewed the edge of my sleeve and I'll just sew the side like this. So this is what I'll be doing. I'll take it to my sewing machine and sew it all the way down like so. So I'm done sewing the other side. This is what the other side looks like. So I'll take it to my ironing table and iron this down. And basically that is it for my crop top cam collar or notch collar, whatever you call it. So guys, at this point, I'll hem the down part, trim off the excess, hem the down part, and give it a good press. If this video have been helpful in any way, guys, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload a new video.